You and your kind don't belong among the living. You're nothing but visitors from the past, shadows from the world of darkness.
World of darkness.
You and the rest of your kind should go back where you belong, back to the abyss of oblivion!
Released in 1985 and directed by Toyo Ishida, Vampire Hunter D is a pioneering anime that introduced gothic horror to the medium in a bold manner. This 80-minute OVA adapts Hideyuki Kikuchi's novel with Yoshitaka Amano's iconic character designs. Despite its flaws, it remains a cult classic offering a haunting blend of post-apocalyptic science fiction, western tropes, and vampire lore. Set in the dystopian future of 12090 AD, the story follows D, a stoic dhampir, half-human, half-vampire hunter hired by Doris Lang, a young woman bitten by the vampire Count Magnus Lee. D must kill the ancient noble before Doris succumbs to vampirism.
Do you think you'll be able to help me? Don't worry, I can pay for it. I don't have much in the way of money, but I'll give you 3 meals a day, and you can sleep with me if you want to.
The narrative is straightforward, focusing heavily on atmosphere rather than complexity. It resembles a gothic fairy tale with elements of Bluebeard, as the Count's looming castle and predatory nature dominate the desolate landscape. D's internal struggle, torn between his human and vampire sides, adapt to his enigmatic persona, while his symbolic left hand, a sardonic, parasitic entity, provides dark humor. Visually, the film is a mixed bag. Although Amano's ethereal designs are adapted with varying degrees of success due to Ashi Productions' modest budget, the animation lacks fluidity in places. Nevertheless, the gothic aesthetic, shadowy castles, grotesque monsters, and blood-soaked battles create a palpable sense of dread. The color palette, dominated by dark blues and reds, enhances the horror vibe. Tetsuya Komoro's soundtrack has its shining moments with gothic atmospheric tones and maudlin violin strings. Although TM Network's Your Song injects a modern feel that gives the film a distinct 80s flavor, now nostalgic. Vampire Hunter D stands out for its pioneering spirit as one of the first OVAs targeting adult men. It embraced graphic violence, severed limbs, gushing blood, and brief nudity, distinguishing itself from family-friendly anime like Robotech. Its body horror featuring grotesque transformations and vampire bites is raw and visceral, predating the intensity of later works such as Akira. D himself is a notable character who is a brooding anti-hero with quiet intensity and swordplay, evoke a samurai gunslinger or the white knight walking into town trope, often compared to a proto-Blade. Although Blade the comic debuted earlier, the sequel adaptation Blade 2 paid homage to the 1985 anime.
Patao, who in the hell are you?
Get close.
The English dub by Carl Macek's Streamline Pictures in 1992, though dated and occasionally wooden due to mediocre voice acting, adds a campy charm for Western viewers. Nonetheless, the film is not without its shortcomings. The plot can be perceived as formulaic with predictable beats and underdeveloped characters. Doris, while sympathetic, falls into the damsel in distress trope, and the supporting cast, including her brother Dan and the villainous Ray Ginzey, lacks depth. Pacing falters in the middle with repetitive action scenes and low-budget animation that cannot match the ambition of Amano's art. And some dialogue feels clunky, especially in the dub version. In context, Vampire Hunter D was a game changer, released in the United States on the Fine Arts Circuit and later on VHS, TBS, and the Sci-Fi Channel. It introduced anime as a mature medium to Western audiences and paved the way for titles such as Ninja Scroll and Hellsing, blending gothic horror with anime's dynamic style. Its influence is evident in the dhampir archetype and genre mixing that subsequently defined works such as Castlevania or Devil May Cry. It can be comparable to watching a Bloodborne anime courtesy of the premise of a hunter within a gothic setting facing various nightmare creatures. Fans continue to celebrate its 40th anniversary on platforms like Shudder, praising its adrenaline-high head-scratch vibe. In spite of its flaws, Vampire Hunter D is an essential piece of anime history due to its gothic atmosphere, bold horror, and iconic protagonist that outweighs its budgetary limits and simplistic story. For fans of horror or anime, it's a must-watch for its pioneering role and raw charm that makes it worthy of sinking your teeth into.